Welcome to another edition of Go Hard or Go Home Roundup. I am your host, Jerry Neal. We've got lots in store for you, including analysis by Noel and statistics by Galen. Right now, we go straight to our analysis. Noel, take it away with the analysis of our regular league.
Thank you, Jerry. And here is the results after game week 12, the regular league table. Now, after 5 weeks of dominating the charts, always on the top, week after week, Water FC has finally conceded to Willerpool FC, who is now taking the lead and is in the top with 736 points. Water FC is in second place now, 14 points behind him with 722 points. Acha United has completely dismantled the top three, and now he went up to the top three, kicking out Das Beste out of the top three. He's in third with 722. Das Beste is now in fourth. He has 712 points. Right is in fifth spot with 707. Behind him is Cruel Intentions, who is 703. King of the North is 7th with 699, and Black Ops in 8th spot with 698. Woo! Very close. Also with 698 is El Profesor, and he is in 9th spot, and 1 point behind him is Zionite FC, 697 points, and they top off the top 10 in the regular Go Hard or Go Home league. Let us take a look at some of the matchups in the mid-table. We have Jamrock Ballers, he is in the mid-table. We have Zoomball in the mid-table. He got kicked out of the top 10. He's now in the mid-table. Top 10 material, you see him there. He's in the mid-table. In it to mid, it stays in the mid-table battle. And you also, let's go down now to the you know what, before we do that, someone asked before how I always mention the champion, defending champion for the head-to-head, but I don't mention the defending champion for the Go Hard, because the defending champion actually came out of this league. But I can tell you where he would have been had he stayed in the league. The defending champion would have been 17 points. He currently has 660 points, so he would have been right in front of in it to mid it. And very early still, so you may see him climb up the table to go up some more. Let us look at the dog fight, the relegation dog fight. We have Camel FC. He is in the dog fight. Consistency is the key. Is in the dog fight. I got Maro G in the dog fight. Maxwell in the dog fight. Hot Club is holding down the foundation. But we have to mention this, brother. Tinkerman FC is now in the relegation dogfight. And if you ask anyone whose fault is it, it has to be your fault, sir. He said that he is salt, but I'm sure it's you who salt up your own team. Mr. Tinkerman, you need to do better. Only scoring 51 points minus 40, which is equal to 11 points. Jerry, over to you.
Well, thank you for that, Noel. What you say, sir? What I no sit pan top a Go Hard or Go Home league table. Hallelujah. Hi. With that, we go straight to Galen, who has the statistics. Galen, take it away.
Yes, Jerry. Yes. Trust me, game week 12, all I can say is wow. Wow. Listen, first of all, a lot went on in game week 12. Water is no longer leading the regular league table. He got his 5 weeks winning streak on top, broken by Willerpool. That was good, very good, yeah. And also Tinkerman, come on. What can I say? What were you thinking, Tinkerman? In the lab, but guess what happened? Let's get right into it. Now, for this game week, our best manager is Acha United. Yes, Mr. Kevin Brown scored 78 points. Congratulations. Moving up the table, big surprises to everybody. Consistent play. Okay, hope you can keep maintaining that. Good job. Alright? I mean, this is a go hard, go home league, and it's very, very, very competitive. Alright, now the worst manager of the week. Guess who? Guess who? Tinkerman FC. Oh my god. Scoring only 11 points. Now you'd ask the question, how did he do that? Well, short story. Tinkerman, as usual, has always been going to the lab, and I'm not sure what happened this time, but Tinkerman chose to take a 40-point deduction. 40-point deduction. Now, with that 40-point deduction, he actually scored 51 points. Not only scoring 51 points, but he uses bench boost, which was wasted. And because of that 41-point deduction, yes, 11 points. Whoa. No, that's a Sparta move flop, which might be now talked about. We're going to name it the Tinkerman move. But yeah, Tinkerman was actually the worst club in this game week, even beating Hot Club, aka Flop Club, I should say, who, I mean, is just in autumn mode because Romain Garden is still not making changes to his team. But anyway, Tinkerman FC is this game's week worst manager for the week. Come on, Tinkerman, stay out of the lab. Alright? Now, the best mover up the table this week is El Professor, Zilla United, and Warriors United. All moving 3 places up. So El Professor moved from 12th position into the top 10 at 9th. Congratulations. Zilla United moved from 15th position to 12, almost making it into the top 10. Congratulations again. And Warriors United, down there in the relegation dogfight, moved from 25th position to 22nd position. Now, yeah, I mean, good play for this game week. Alright, now the game week worst movers goes to Firefighters and Zumball. And both teams move 5 places down the table. So Firefighters move from 6th position to 11th position, taking him outside of the top 10. And Zumball moved from 8th position to 13th position, also kicking him out of the top 10. Well, guess what happened? That's what happened in Go Out, Go Home League. Very competitive, and when you make bad moves, yes, it's very costly here. Now, let us move on. Now, this week's best player goes to James Maddison of Leicester City. Alright, scoring 16 points. But nobody from the Go Out, Go Home League made James Maddison their captain. However, our best captain pick this week goes to Harry Kane, scoring 9 points. And if you made Harry Kane your captain, yes, you'll be getting a whopping 18 points. And we had only 2 managers this week picking Harry Kane. King in the North, yes, and Van Persie FC. Okay, now the worst captain pick goes to the Mighty Ravers. And the Mighty Ravers pick Aubameyang from Arsenal as a captain, scoring only 0 points. Now, Aubameyang has not been scoring for Arsenal for a while now. I mean, he's a top striker. It's just not going well for him. However, in his drought, yes, he scored an own goal. And because he scored an own goal, yes, that's going to be massive point deduction. So, Mighty Ravers, I'm very sorry. Yes, he used the bench moves also, but this is just one of those bad weeks for you while you hold the foundation. Okay, let's talk about the game week flops. Alright, now, Go Hard, Go Home rule is that any team that scores lower or the same point as the average game week point, you are a flop. Yes, and guess what happened? If you have any deductions and it end up equaling the same as the game week average point or less, guess what you are? You are a flop. So for this week now, I mean the average score was 51 points. and we had several teams that scored 51 and less. And because we have several teams, yes, you know where I'm going to send you, to the dashboard. All right? Now, let's talk about our game week chip users. And the first team on our list is Tinkerman FC. Ah boy. Ah boy. Listen, let me tell you the full story. Alright? Now, Tinkerman FC uses bench boost. And when you use your bench boost, you are expected to get points from 15 players in that game week. Now, an average soccer or football team, I should say, or soccer, any way you want to call it, is 11 players. And in fantasy world, you are supposed to get points from 11 players when you pick your team. But this week, Tinkerman was supposed to get points from 15 players. Alright? Now, in his hunt for using his bench boost, yes, he scored 51 points. Now, in the Go Hard Go Home League, a flop is the team that gets the same points or less than the average game week score. And this week game week score was 51 points. So that's one reason for the bench boost to be a flop. The other reason is that his score was less than his previous week score, which I heard that several of the players that were in his squad last week, they are in his squad again. So Tinkerman, why did you take a 40-point deduction if you did not make an overall change to your team? Anyway, still, I'm not sure what you've been doing in the lab. But because of that, Tinkerman slid down the table and even lost his head-to-head clash with me. Jamrock. Got a whopping score, and now we'll talk about it over there in this segment. But come on, Tinkerman. Come on, that's bench boost wasted, alright? Now, the other team that fell in this category was the Mighty Ravers. Using his bench boost, scoring 41 points. Now, yes, that 41 was also lower than his previous week, and it's also lower than the average game week score of 51 points. And because of that, let me just check with my friend the Crocodile Man Lance and listen to what he would say whenever teams fall in this situation.
Bench boost? Wasted! Wasted! Wasted bench boost!
Come on. Bench boost wasted. Come on, you guys have no more to get for the rest of the season. Now, let me talk about our outstanding performer. Alright? And that goes to the bestie, who continues to reside in the top 10 of the regular league. The bestie has been in the top 10 since the start of this season. Congratulations, the bestie. And I'm gonna say it. Yes, somebody needs to bring the bestie back to reality. Listen, he has been a permanent resident there. But just like Zionite, who got it, and I guess he's back at number 10. But yes, we are coming after you, the bestie. Alright, we are coming after you. Also, Water Rain, has ended. He had a wonderful spell going 5 weeks at the number 1 position, and now it's Willerpool at number 1. Willerpool worked hard and yes, scored great points this week, and now he is at the top of the regular league table, as well as El Professor, who is at the top of the head-to-head table, and Noel is going to mention a lot more about that. But yes, here we go. Another great game week that ended. Game week 13 coming very soon. Yes, a lot of clash on Noel. Yes, it's me and you this week in the head-to-head clash. Listen, I see what you're doing. I'm coming after you because you're only gonna spend 1 week at that number 1 position. Anyways, Jerry, back to you, and big up to all of the ballers in the Go Hard Go Home League. Keep up the vibes, keep up the chats, keep on sharing information, and all the best for game week 13. Hope you guys make good captain picks. Alright, and Tinkerman.
Moving forward, the Tinkerman goes back to the lab.
Please don't do that again. Stay out of the lab. Please, Romy and Garden, make some changes to your team.
Well, thank you for that, Gaylon. Tinker man, if you tinker with your team one more time, you see, minus 40 and you end up with 11 points. But right now we go back to Noel, who has the analysis of our head-to-head league, where managers go head-to-head as they clash to see who is the wisest manager of them all.
Jerry, quite a few matchups in the head-to-head this week. Some games went very, very close. We even have 2 matches actually ending in a draw. Let us look at the results. You have Legends FC actually drawing with Zumba. This is one of the matches that drew. You also have Cyanide FC beating Maro G 68-53. White is Right also beating, White is Right lost to Willowpool FC 60-73. Cruel Intentions beat Van Persie 66-56. Camo FC and Maxwell's Arsenal 3-4-5 is another tie, 54-54. Jamrock Ballers beat anybody could have beat Tinkerman FC, only scoring 11 points. Jamrock could have actually just played two players and beat him. Seriously. Come on now. El Profesor beat Top 10 Material 69-58. Water FC just losing to Gunners FC. That was a close one again, 54-52. In it to Minute lost to King of the North, who finally won a head-to-head matchup after about 7 or 8 tries. You had Black Ops beating Firefighter 69-51. Lance Fantasy Team, the champion, losing to Archer United 78-45. And Das Beste beating Gap FC 61-57. We take a look at the table. Now, because of this, Jerry, a lot of changes. Now, in this league, it is so close that if you slip, you slide. And just like that, Water FC is no longer leading the head-to-head. He is now in 4th spot. Yes, I said it. He is in 4th spot after losing to Archer United. El Profesor beats, he actually lost to, who did he lose? He lost his game. El Profesor is in the lead now with 27 points. You have Jamrock Ballers in 2nd spot with 25. You have Willowpool FC, who is in 3rd spot now with 24. Next week is a very, very tight matchup between the two of them, 1st versus 2nd. You guys need to look out for that. Watto FC is in 4th, like I said before. Zionite FC is in 5th with 24 points. Archer United, Legends FC, Camo FC, Maxwell Arsenal all have 22 points. Black Ops is in 10th with 21 points. And that is the top 10 for the head-to-head. We look in the mid-table to see if we see any notable figures. We see Das Beste doing well in the regular league, not so good in the head-to-head. He is in 14th spot. We have White is Right. Right is Right, who is 15th here. Doing well also in the regular league, not so good in the mid. Top 10 material is still not top 10 material, also in the mid table. And you have Tinkerman FC, who is sliding down the table with that minus 40 hit. King of the North is south of the table, and he is 20th with only 13 points. The defending champion Lance Fantasy Team not having a good start to this season. He is 12 points. In it to mid it is in it to dead it in the dog fight here in the head-to-head. Mara G also a victim of being head-to-head and regular league dog fights, man. I'm telling you, he's gonna be ripped to shreds when he's done with this league. And Van Persie holds down the foundation in the head-to-head. Jerry, over to you.
Well, thank you for that, Noel, for that great analysis of our head-to-head action. Too close to call? Exactly that. Now we go into one of your favorite portions of this roundup, and it's hot topics. Now we got two hot topics this week. And the first one comes from our most famous person through this hot topics, and that's Nick Spartan. In a discussion with Nick is saying that Watto has finally found his mate. Now is the word finally I'm debating, okay? So Nick is saying that Watto, anyway, let the pictures do the talking. Hot topic 2, Tinkerman. So Tinkerman took a 40-point hit and he ended up with 11. So he refused to come on camera. I ensured that our cameraman was parked right outside his workplace, but he refused to speak to our cameraman. However, he responded in text, and I asked Mr. Tinkerman, what exactly motivated him? It seemed to have been boosted up by supplicant. What motivated him to make such a move? And he responded, and I also asked if he, now that he has seen the results of his tinkering, does he have any regrets? And this is what he said. And with that, that's it for this week's roundup. Stay tuned for more, because the game weeks coming up are coming quick and fast. And of course, the managers have to be quick thinkers. For this and more, I am Jerry Neal on behalf of Galen and Noel. More next time on your favorite game. Go hard, go home, roundup. Stay tuned.